tech news. Yeah, I could have swore. Yeah. Apple's yearly September event is tomorrow in Cupertino, California.
Okay.
And although the company hasn't officially mentioned it's an iPhone launch, it's an iPhone launch. Just like the last 2 previous years, there will be 3 iPhones launching tomorrow if the rumors are correct, with reports indicating there will be an iPhone 11R, 11 Max, and an 11 Pro. All of the phones will also feature a triple camera arrangement on the rear of the chassis.
Wait, they're just putting Pro on the end of the one that's normal?
I don't know which one of those is the normal one. That's the thing. Unfortunately, support for 5G and USB Type-C aren't expected to show up this year. Maybe next year, or never. Last year, Apple also launched the Apple Watch Series 4 with its ECG-capable sensors, so maybe they'll one-up themselves and add another medical diagnostic test, like X-rays. Except you can only...
Even then, I only want it if it's on glasses. X-ray vision?
Ew!
Yes.
You sicko. Nintendo has already given us a redesigned Switch, but how would you like to see a different controller at some point? Now we're talking. That might just be what we get, as Nintendo has filed a patent for a Switch with flexible Joy-Cons. The idea is that a portion of the top of the controller, so either the thumbstick or ABXY buttons, depending on which side, would be able to bend downwards in order to improve ergonomics, which could make operating the controller a little easier, especially when you're using them detached from the console. I am not seeing this. I'm not seeing the visual here. However, keep in mind this is just a patent filing, so there's no word as to if or when the feature will actually make it onto the next revision of the Switch. But if it does, hopefully there won't be a fiasco like we saw with Samsung's foldable phone. Yeah, we're just not ready. Does he mean actively, like they're bending as you use them, or they're just bent?
I don't know, but I feel like you could hit somebody with it, like you...
Like a boomerang.
No, like you should...
Like a boomerang.
Okay.
We've already heard that Tesla has plans to produce its own big rig, but how about a pickup truck you can park in your driveway? Elon Musk recently stated on Twitter that Tesla would be unveiling a pickup in November with a cyberpunk aesthetic. Because when I think of cyberpunk, I think of Japan, neon lights, and pickup trucks.
Like a rock.
Oh, cyberrock. Anyway, it's supposed to perform about as well as a Porsche 911 and carry about as much stuff as a Ford 150, F-150. I don't know about trucks. So it looks like it's going to be pretty capable as Tesla is trying to stave off competition in the electric pickup truck market. Ford is ironically working on an electronic F-150 as well. I don't know if that's ironic. So hopefully there will be plenty of all electric options for hauling around your important shipments. Now it's time for Quick Bits, brought to you by iFixit's Marlin Screwdrivers. Get your fix on! That's what it says there.
Yeah!
Yeah, come on! Makes it sound like a party, and oh boy, is it, because each screwdriver has an ergonomic rubberized handle with a swivel top.
Thank God, in partnership with Nintendo.
They've also got black oxide coated tips so they hang on to tiny screws with a steel grip. You can choose to get them in a hard or soft wrap case, and they come with a lifetime warranty. If you break it, they'll replace it. That sounds insane, but iFixit knows exactly what they're doing, so it's time for you to have that same confidence. Go grab yourself a set today at ifixit.com/Linus. I've always made my bits quick to outrun the pain. Apple is making the playing field a little fairer in its App Store by adjusting its algorithm so that you can see non-Apple apps a little more prominently. Previously, the App Store favored Apple's own offerings when you ran a search, and it got to a point where users would see multiple Apple apps before popular offerings from other developers. I guess you can say Apple is turning over a new leaf.
Oh.
Like like an Apple turnover. Laptops are notoriously difficult to upgrade, but Panasonic is blowing up that paradigm with its new Toughbook model, which lets you add everything from extra ports to a new keyboard to a discrete GPU. Oh wow. And it's so modular that you can even hot swap the battery. That's actually normal.
They should call it an easy book.
Not tough anymore.
You tender book.
A tender book. I would buy a tender book. You'll pay a premium for this as the Toughbook 55 starts at $2,100 US, but at least you won't have to worry about what happens if you have an unfortunate Mountain Dew accident. You may have 3D printed something like a plastic headphone stand, but how about a human heart? A Chicago-based biotech company used 3D bioprinting to create a smaller version of a human heart from actual muscle cells. Because it has the same structure as a real heart, the company views it as an important stepping stone to being able to 3D print a full-sized version that can be placed inside a person instead of having to rely on a donated heart.
Who's getting that tiny heart though? The Grinch?
And then he's gotta work on it.
I'll come back with the technology that's 4 times as good.
If you live in southwestern Virginia,
And who doesn't?
don't be surprised if you pass by trucks with drivers who aren't holding the steering wheel. What else are they just
Guys?
driving? Daimler is going to be testing self-driving big rigs in the area, which should help them work out the kinks as that part of the state is mountainous and will expose the trucks to some challenging terrain. So hopefully the drivers will still fill up their trucker-sized coffee mugs to keep them alert in case something goes wrong. They'll have their hands at the ready. And electronic arts has found its way into the Guinness Book of World Records, but not for anything glamorous. If you remember the fiasco surrounding Star Wars Battlefront 2's microtransaction system, EA made an infamous comment on Reddit saying the system was in place to provide players with a sense of pride and accomplishment.
Big yikes.
It then went on to get over 683,000 downvotes, with no other comment on the entire site even coming close. Well, that makes me feel a lot better about the time I got 70 downvotes for saying EA was just a misunderstood company. I didn't say that. John, he's trying to sabotage me. James.
I downvoted you, bro.
Rude. That's it for today, so come back on Wednesday for more tech news, or my name isn't James Streeb.
That's no one's name.
Stribe?
Did you put a P on the end?
See you later. It's Stribe.